Not only does the Corvette make more horsepower, not only does the Corvette have a better quarter mile, not only does the Corvette, you don't have to be on list to be approved for it, but the Corvette is $150,000 to $200,000 cheaper. And I'm sitting here wondering to myself, wow. What is up, fam? I hope this message finds you all well in good spirits. And Chevrolet just dropped the pricing for the Corvette C8 ZR1. And I have to give credit where credit's due. That price point is very competitive for what the performance it offers. A supercar level of performance at a really good price. Now, obviously, we can't help but compare that to the Mustang GTD, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Myself and my thoughts as someone who approved for Mustang GTD and how I feel about this. I think, personally speaking, Chevy just dropped the mic. The fact that Corvette starts at $174,900, and for pretty much the carbon fiber package, the performance package, are still under $200K, is incredible. Just in comparison to the Mustang GTD, originally it was $300,000. Then the dealerships complained they weren't getting any markups. This is kind of some, behind the scenes information. So they bumped the price up to $323,000, so the dealerships can make some money too. For the Ford dealerships, so it's $323,000 is just the base starting price for the Mustang GTD. That's before you get into adding things like carbon fiber and active aero. I'm gonna tell you right now, easily that GTD is gonna be closer to $400K than it is the $300K price tag. So off the bat, and we're gonna exclude dealer markups at this point because that is a volatile subject. Maybe we'll talk about it at the end of this video. But a $323,000 price tag in comparison to the Corvette being $174,900 with more horsepower, a higher top speed, and a lower price, a faster. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's faster than the quarter mile. Chevrolet says a 950. There is no absolute way that the GTD is going to run that fast a quarter mile. It's not going to happen. Maybe a low 10. You might see it peak into a high 9. These aren't quarter mile cars, but we still have to talk about the statistic because it's a metric that gets measured for these cars. And, right now, Chevrolet is really setting the bar to a whole different level against Ford. When the Camaro was discontinued, I danced on the grave of the Camaro and was like, we won, hooray. But now Chevrolet, and with the Corvette, is pushing the envelope so dramatically that I think Ford has to respond. I mean, you're in a place where Ford likes to say they compete with themselves, which is understandable, and I get it. But to showcase, and I'm going to show you what the Corvette price is comparatively to supercars. Now, notice Corvette did not put the GTD up there because the GTD isn't a kind of mass-produced, if you will, a vehicle. The Corvette is something you can order and from the dealership and not be on a list to be approved. So it's not a specialty supercar model in that context. But I can't sit here and honestly tell you I'm not impressed by, and a little bit envious and jealous is the best word I can think of, that not only does the Corvette make more horsepower, not only does the Corvette have a better quarter mile, not only does the Corvette, you don't have to be on list to be approved for it, but the Corvette is $150,000 to $200,000 cheaper. And I'm sitting here wondering to myself, wow, that is just something that's a hard pill to swallow. But that's what Chevrolet is just walking the walk right now. If they already have a 233 mile an hour top speed, they took their flat plane crank love from the 350. They're $150,000 to $200,000 cheaper. And if they dare, and I don't know if they will, but if they go out and get a better Nürburgring time than the GTD, I mean, that is just nuclear annihilation of the GTD, where it hurts the resale of the GTD, it hurts the collectibility of it, and, you know, a lot of people, I'm pretty sure who are going to get the GTD have to wait a few years to even think about selling it, and are say, oh, you know, I'll sell it for so much more. I'm going to tell you right now, people with the GTD money are going to see the ZR1 money where they don't have to be on a list. They can get a better performance, at least on paper, and say, and listen, it's exotic. It is a mid-engine American sports car. I am, you know, Mustang through and through. But you got, but I'm America first, right? I'm so proud that an American manufacturer is doing this, but I can't help but feel jealous and, you know, just in awe that, hey, they're doing this. Where is the response for what we can say? And my only hope would be the Cobra or the GT500, whatever they're going to call it. Because I'm sitting here and I'm saying, what about us? You know, what about us? Now, I'm not saying that everyone can afford a $100,000+ vehicle. That's difficult. We talked about that, why the 24 Mustang is so poorly selling. What I'm saying is, if Chevrolet can build this kind of vehicle for this kind of price, Ford's going to have to respond. And if they don't, I feel like that's a huge, ginormous, fantastic missed opportunity. And something has to be done. If Chevy is doing this, I want a response or a vehicle that say, hey, listen, I know it might not be 1,000 horsepower, but you could give us a 900 horsepower Cobra. I just don't see Ford doing that. And just by virtue of the history of their responses, they want to stay in their own lane, they want to do their own thing, and they want to give credit to themselves of being their own competition. Now, that's good when your product is selling. The fact that the product is failing, you're going to have to go after what is exceeding and what is selling. For example, in the segment, the BMW M2s, M4s are increasing in sales. The C8, now that they're going to have this incredible 1,000 horsepower, you know, 800 torque, mid-engine, twin turbo, crazy setup, you know, you're going to have to step it up a little bit here in this segment. And it remains to be seen what happens. And I'm just sitting here saying to myself, you know, I could easily, instead of spending almost $400,000 on a GTD, you could have your dream car collection with that kind of money. And I'm not even kidding you. It could be insane. So where are we at with this situation? I understand we want to celebrate sub 7 minute, but that can't be the only thing. It can't, you know. I know they're going to go back and get another time, but again, to the masses, what matters to us, especially when you're having a beer with your buddy or you're sitting there talking about, you know, all the bragging rights, you can't not say 1,000 horsepower factory car, a freaking 233 mile an hour top speed, and the price point is insanity. So, I mean, I've driven, I got a chance to drive the C8 Z06. Great car. I did beat it with our GT500, stock for stock. So, and I was impressed with the C8 Z06. I thought that's a great vehicle. But, you know, that is a NA setup. Crazy horsepower. But then they upped it with this situation. So let's see what happens. Let's see how this play out. I know there's going to be dealer markups, but I'm starting to get on the fence of really pursuing a GTD, and I'm just talking to you in real time, and we're having this journey together, but I just don't see the wisdom in it for someone like I don't have millions to just dump. And you're talking about that kind of a price point. You know, when the CA came out, they were like, it's like 50 grand or something like that. What I appreciate about Chevy, they've always been right about the price point. And to further extend that, GM, and articles came out, has done an insane job with their numbers, their sales. They were the #1 manufacturer last year. And I'll put some links up. They get it because they're still staying competitive with prices. And that's what Ford has to take a lesson from. So we'll see what happens. We have a lot more to talk about. Let me know what you think about these prices. I think now, I'm not saying that much money is 174 grand is cheap. No, I'm just talking about comparatively, segment for segment. That's incredible. Because Corvette put up mid-engine supercars as their competition, but you know, you can put the GTD, and I want to see that. I mean, we're going to see it. Just numbers-wise, straight line, horsepower, all that. The ZR1 is going to beat it. But all we have as Mustang GTD guys is the sub 7 minute. I cannot have the Corvette take that from us. So something needs to give. Let's see what it is. Let's see what happens. Wow, what a start to 2025. And I will be, whenever the ZR1s come out, I do have some connections, so I will be reviewing that and telling you how I feel about it. And that's incredible. That is just incredible. To have a warranty, 1,000 horsepower factory car, it's pretty good. And let's see what happens. More to come. And we'll see if Ford's going to respond, because what we are really doing is, and I don't know, my usual, whatever's going to happen with the Mustang model that's coming between, you know, my opinion is we got to have 900 horsepower at least, and it's got to run a mid-9. You could do it, obviously. I've done it. But you know, just get a built 10-speed. And put it in the 5.2 supercharger and mess with a little bit of aerodynamics, and bing, bang, boom. You know, up the tuning, and you got a 900 horsepower GT500 or Cobra. But I would offer a stick shift option, which would really. Okay, here we go. So kudos to you for staying this long. We're going through this together cathartically. We're just talking as friends, right? What I need Ford to do. GTD is out, great, it's celebrated, but for the masses, I need to see this Cobra. I need it to look bad. I need it to have a stick shift option, and I need it to have 900 horsepower, and I need it to run a 9-second quarter mile. That to me, and I need it to be much cheaper than the Corvette. I need it to be in the high 90s, low 100 range, all set up, all maxed out. Maybe 80s to 100. That's it. Because we're talking about the segment-wise. That to me is like, now we're talking, Ford. Now we're moving in the right direction, because that is what has to happen, in my humble opinion. I'm just a guy, just like, you know, anybody else, is just giving my opinion. But as a Mustang enthusiast, I've been doing this racket for a while now, and seeing that price point, I'm jealous. Anyways, guys, I appreciate the support. Please like and subscribe. We have more to come. We're in the middle of winter, as you can see, so we're doing our best, just having fun, talking about all that is automotive Mustang news related, rumors, news, reviews, all that good stuff. I do have some truck content coming out. So much to do. Please like and subscribe, because you know it never ends. Peace.